year is 1923. The Great War is a few years behind us, and the Second World War isn't even looming. Prohibition is in full effect, and you guys are currently in a town called Arkham in Massachusetts.
What's Prohibition?
Prohibition is during the 1920s you weren't allowed to buy any alcohol.
But
people often did because, let's face it...
Are we in America then?
You were in America.
Yeah. Okay.
In Massachusetts.
I said I was born in London, so...
It's fine, let's make your way here. This evening... Well, actually, first I'm going to go around each of you and just ask you something about your character, okay? So, Graham, what is your character's name and occupation?
Donald P. Muldoon. He's a mine proprietor.
Wow. And how did he come into ownership of that mine?
He bought it.
It's family business.
Family business. How long has he been in the family for?
Since they discovered mining.
How long? Since like the early settler days. Since the early settler days of like.
No, started in the Industrial Revolution.
Okay, cool. And does he take an active interest in the business, or does he just kind of sit back and let the money come to him?
Well, he's interested in the machines that they use and the chemicals, the explosives and things. So he knows a bit about that.
Okay.
Likes to get down and dirty sometimes, but spends most of his time in the office, working through the accounts, setting up deals with people.
Cool. Okay, Mr. McDoon.
Muldoon.
Muldoon. Okay, Mr. Muldoon. Jess, what's your character name and how old is she?
She's Tabitha Foster and she's 24.
And what does she do for a living?
She's a cabaret artist entertainer.
How did she become a cabaret artist and entertainer?
Well, she just wanted to be in show business, and then after studying at Chicago Art College, she looked around from town to town trying to find jobs, but she was laughed away from other places because she didn't have enough confidence. Then after one guy who runs the club in Massachusetts took her on and gave her a bit of coaching, she's now the most favoured artist there.
Oh, okay. And does she enjoy her work still?
It's bad. It's not great money, but she enjoys doing it because she enjoys the company she's in.
Great. So Tabitha Foster. I remember that. Mike, what's your character name, age, and what does he do?
John Bishop is 42, and he's a doctor of psychology.
How did he become a doctor of psychology?
He was studying for university. It's kind of like a nomad guy, didn't know really what he wanted to do. After being diagnosed with the disorder himself, he thought the best way to treat it was to seek education in treating others.
Tell me a bit about the disorder he has.
He's got bipolar mood disorder, which is sometimes erupted in fits of rage and violence and uncontrolled depression and sadness other times. But he's managed to cope with it.
Life the party.
He's managed to cope with it by self-medicating
on cocaine and heroin.
on whatever he can readily make in his lab.
I see, wow.
Like
as a doctor, doctors are often very logical, skeptical people. Is he a bit of a skeptic, or is he maybe religious or a believer?
He started off very logical thinking, but through his research with lots of insane people and having to try and treat people, he's got quite an incline into the occult. He started to believe in some of it. He's even tried to use some occult teachings to try and treat people.
Okay, wow. Amanda, your character, name, age, and job.
I'm Susan Strong.
Susan Strong.
I am 31.
What's my occult?
And I'm a medical researcher.
Wow, how did she become a medical researcher?
She
We believe in the same thing.
She lived in the outskirts of London and started finding diseased cats and dogs and stuff, and she would cut them up and see what's happening. Here, kitty, kitty. No, they had to be dead first.
Oh, that's okay then.
In the street.
My grand's cat's on her way out if you want her.
So, I'm not sure where to go from there. What brought her to America eventually?
More crap.
She ran out of cats.
The streets are paved with dead dogs.
She wanted a new adventure. Not just cats and dogs and other things that have died.
I understand she's very physically strong.
Yes, she had to wrestle some of the things that were diseased.
What sort of cats is she after?
Well, it
Jaguars.
started off as cats and dogs.
Moved on to people.
Progressed.
Bears.
So
You okay? Anne?
Wait, did your character perform experiments on people?
we don't know yet. Mystery that
Try not to make your character too fucked up from the beginning.
And it's like this. I don't know.
So when you say the murderer isn't one of us, are you sure?
Not anymore.
This could be him.
Aiden,
Murderer.
what is your character name and occupation and age?
My character is Julian Marquis, and he is an artist.
How old is he?
He is 31 years old.
31 as well. Okay, and how did he end up as an artist? It's such a strange calling.
Well, he grew up in Orleans, in France, and from quite a poor background. However, his mother often worked with dyes. You know,
Guys.
dyes. D-Y-E. And you know, he developed a love of colour, right? And so he decided to pursue an artistic career. By hook or by crook, he wormed his way into uni and became experienced in lots of different medium, from watercolour to oil, sculpture and craft work, and he just went nuts with it. And he'd have disturbing visions, you know, and that would fuel his inspiration.
Yeah, I understand he's a bit not mentally that strong a person.
No, he's quite weak-willed,
Nighttime gives him the willies.
yeah, he's scared of the dark. Yes. However, he has now had recently success with his art, and has gained recognition, fame, and wealth from it. So he's recently travelled to America in order to expand his wealth, to seek out new clients.
And the First World War wasn't too long ago. Did he have any experience of? Obviously, France was pretty fucked at that time.
Yeah, well, he was sort of persecuted. He was a coward, or a conscientious objector, and spent a short time in prison as a result of that.
Oh, okay. Wow. Tom, what is your character name, age, and occupation?
He's George Holmes the Fifth.
The fifth
Usually carry on.
comes from a long line of
He's from a
Holmes.
long line of military officers. Basically, a military family
Wow.
for generations.
You do the
His family is actually very wealthy. All the money they've gained from being in the army, all the people they know. Basically, straight off, when he was old enough, he was taught the ways of becoming an officer. Went to the training schools, things like that, to become an officer.
Okay. And was he ever... Oh, wait, Mike has a question.
Did your family all die?
No.
Did you watch them all die and you never know and I'm crazy? Okay. It's different.
I'm not Batman.
Now, did your guy ever serve on the front lines during the Great War, or was he really kind of behind the scenes commander?
No, he was in the front. He was with his soldiers.
I understand he took some sanity damage during the Great War. Did he see things? Was it gas or flame or death? What had effects on him?
Not. Yeah. No. Yeah. He saw the wounds people his soldiers had suffered. He didn't suffer it himself. But it was a bit traumatic with what he saw.
But he's quite strong-willed, so he got through it. Okay, great. So now we all know who we all are.
I'm a crow. I know that.
We've got, and you are actually all friends already.
Wow.
Yeah. You all met each other one way or the other. Maybe you're one of the persons here's doctor, or maybe they met you at the club, you know, and became good friends.
She's a club girl?
Well, what's it called?
Dance.
It's a cabaret show, you know.
We all met at a gentleman's club.
Yeah, you know, a couple of you would.
Yeah,
'cause
like
we
this
were
time
quite
in history, they're really
The
popular.
Cryptic
in
Cabaret
Germany.
Club.
The Cryptic Cabaret Club, I like it. And tonight, you are all actually having dinner at one of your houses. You're having dinner at one of Graham's houses, he has several. This is his townhouse. He doesn't come in very often. It's just when he can't be bothered driving all the way out to his country manor.
Ah, I see. So it's like more modest affair.
It's a more modest affair. It's only 2 stories and a basement with a wine cellar. And it's only got a chef as opposed to his normal level of staff.
Like several butlers and maids were standing there with the jugs.
Yeah.
And he's invited you all around for dinner. He's kind of known you all for one way or the other. And he's invited you all around to his house for dinner, which is very nice of you, Gray. And you're all sitting around, getting to know each other a little better. This is are you serving alcohol at this? This is prohibition times, but you were rich enough to get your hands on some.
Black market.
No, I'm
goods.
not gonna break the law.
Okay.
You suck.
Okay, so it's a dry party.
I'm a 45-year-old
For a
English.
dry party.
It's a dry affair, but everyone's smoking obviously because
Can I have a flask?
you can have a hidden flask if you wish.
Hell yeah.
You're from the cabaret. I'm guessing you probably have your own
I've
back
got
room
more
about
than a
booze.
private stash at the Cabaret Club.
And you're all sitting around and eating. Did you make the food yourself, or did you have someone make it for you?
Why would I make the food myself? I have servants to do that for me.
Very good. Well, in that case, there's a fine spread in front of you. Everyone's kind of tucking in. A few of you, a couple of you are a bit closer to the poverty line, are probably quite enjoying having this much to eat and being in such a nice house. This is definitely kind of an upmarket part of town. And you're all kind of sitting around enjoying your meal. It's about 7 o'clock at night. And everyone's enjoying themselves. Now, I'll say for today, you're sitting around the dinner table like you're sitting here. It's about this time that Jess and, Miss Foster and the doctor are both sitting and they're kind of facing one of the windows. You're there as well, but you can't quite see this. And they see the arrival of one of your neighbours. He's kind of pulling up in his old automobile. As he gets out, he
Better turn the gramophone down.
yeah, turn the he
I don't want
The
to.
Charleston plays in the background.
this whoever this neighbour is, he parks his car and he's kind of just, you can see him through the window quite nice and clearly. There's some light shining on him. And he gets out, he pops the back of the trunk, and he kind of looks around a little bit warily and suspiciously, and then picks up 2 canvas objects. One is small and round, and kind of easy to carry, but the other is kind of a big cylinder one, about the size of a baseball bat, and he's having a little trouble carrying it, and at the same time, getting his keys out to get to the front door. As he moves up to the front door of his house, he something drops out of the baseball bat sized package. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you both to roll spot hidden. So that's a D100. So that's 2 D10s.
Is he blue-eyed?
Is this a skill at all?
This is a skill, so you're spot hidden. So you
3.
got 30,
And then... So that's
36. What's your spot hidden skill?
What?
Spot hidden, it'll be on your list.
25.
Do I have to get under it?
Under it, yeah.
Yeah, I fail.
Did nobody put skills into their spot hidden? The most important skill in the game.
You said
I
live.
got
Live is one of them. It's basically your perception, it's your spotting important things.
You're spotting something that's hidden.
Did nobody? I told you last game it was important.
I've got skills.
It's too
Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
Well, I've not got anything written down except
Who-
The guys at the window didn't.
Okay, who has the lowest luck out of the 2 of you?
Luck.
You've been shot.
I have 65.
What do you have?
Okay.
50. Could you roll a luck roll for me, please?
5. 4. 54.
I'm going to say close enough, because if this doesn't happen, it's really hard to continue the plot of this adventure. You're really supposed to make that spot hidden roll.
Did you just pick 2 random people to be at the window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe checking who had the spot hidden skill?
Aiden, stop metagaming.
I didn't have,
This is legit.
I'd have had to have taken everybody's sheet.
He's trying to paint a picture. He's
So-
trying to immerse.
Carry on.
You should understand
Although you
this.
can't quite make it out in the darkness, wherever falls out, at that exact moment, the first flash of lightning of the night, it's been a nice clear light, but for some reason, lightning flashes and light illuminates the scene. And you both see what appears to be
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, standing huge and ominous above you. No.
I didn't notice that.
It's in
Spot hidden.
A giant 100-foot tall monster with wings. And
He's just
What-
he's emphasizing
What
the
appears
idea
to have slid out seems to be a child's hand. Just fallen upon the ground and landed. Could you both make sanity rolls for me? So that you want to get underneath your sanity.
You're not going to last very long. We have a lot of sanity rolls.
2.
So you should be fine.
Actually, why is your character?
Well, my sanity is 65.
Yeah.
It's just mental.
So you got 20.
Okay.
Pass.
Pass. Okay, so now you've taken the sanity damage from it, luckily. But you do see this arm kind of fall out and just flop onto the ground. And whoever this neighbor is quickly looks around. And
I'm knock on the window.
you're actually sitting across the table to the window.
I see, okay.
And he kind of looks around quickly, sure as though no one's watching, picks up the canvas, stuffs it back in the canvas bag, goes up, unlocks the door, and goes inside. And if you keep watching, you see the lights kind of go off, and then a kind of basement window light turn on, and kind of stay on.
Hey. Donald.
Yes?
What's up with your neighbor?
What do you mean, what's up with my neighbor?
I don't have a neighbor.
Be really weird out there.
He comes and goes at all times of the evening.
Roll
I'm
a
gonna
no
go up.
roll.
I'm gonna go up and stand by the window.
A no roll.
With suspicious
roll.
packages often.
I failed my no roll.
By how much?
7.
7. Okay, well you don't know a lot, but you know this is your townhouse. You're not here that often. You're only in one of your other homes. But you do know that this guy's name is Mr. Corbett. And you've never really met him yourself, but you suspect your chef might know more about him since he normally looks after the place while you're away. But you don't really know anything about him yourself, except for his name.
Ah, Mr. Corbett, you mean?
Yeah.
I believe some of my staff should know more about him. I'm not usually here, you know.
Does he usually carry baby arms with him? Because if so, it's something of a disorder.
Baby arms? I failed to see what your...
Was it a baby arm?
Child's
Talking
arm
about.
is what he thinks he saw.
Drop. He was carrying a package into the doorway and
Can someone pass me that
I love these accents.
baby arm. It's better than my baby arm. Drop up from it. It's very weird. Baby arm.
Oh wow, look at the time.
What time is it in the game?
It's about 7
7
o'clock at
o'clock.
night. It's dark, but not like there's
Jesus,
still a bit of
that's
sunlight
late
coming
for
through.
us.
An arm of
It's
a
the
baby?
1920s. Bedtime was like 8 o'clock in 1920s.
Not
Oh, for
really.
you, you're swinging 20s.
I'm just.
I work at a fucking cabaret club. I've
The
got
war
an on top of
stops
shit.
every night at 9.
Where's bedtime?
I am your host.
Perhaps you missaw.
You mean the arm of a baby?
Yes, literally arms, babies falling out.
Surely you're mistaken.
Surely you can't be serious.
Crack of lightning. You saw it too,
You did,
Tabitha.
you did see it too, Jess.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The luck was
I knew it.
How much have you got to drink, Tabitha? Is it Tabitha?
There is no
Anyway,
drink in this house.
Tabitha.
Yeah, no drink.
Everyone slides their flask deeper in their pocket.
Let's go to the club and get hammered.
Obviously, I'm just
Go to
drinking
the-
water.
Like a baseball club, or how do you go to a club?
Well, Doctor, perhaps
The
someone is
Cryptic
injured.
Cabaret Club, you know, where I work. Ring any bells?
Not quite.
Low self-esteem.
Ring any bells? No, but I see some tassels jiggling in front of me.
Daddy! Can I actually roll my
It appears the
psychology and
characters.
see what she's saying?
What's she saying?
Like psychoanalysis. Can she-
Psychology roll for that. Psychoanalysis is to make people come out of like psychotic episodes.
Alright, well, I put the wrong skill in.
You
Right.
can swap with them around if you want because
No,
it's
that's great.
confusing.
Psychology. Yeah, I'm gonna see if Tabitha's sane or not. 45 I need to get.
1.
1.
See, pass.
15.
Tabitha, are you sane?
Yes.
She's quite sane, just a bit chirpy.
Sharpie.
I should
It's
be,
not been
I should
coined
be
yet.
But anyway-
Bubbly.
Back on about, you've just seen this baby arm thing now and you're telling it to the table.
I'm hitting the boat because I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I've tried to tell people. Well, it's-
I'm skeptical, but unsure as how to proceed. Is there any dessert?
You haven't even touched your main course.
What's he having for main course?
Here's your main course, sir.
Oh my
Those are
god.
new things. They could...
Yeah, you better fucking take that
Was
away
it
from me.
venison or something like that?
Well, it's a choice, isn't there? You know, you pick whichever one you like, and
Is that how this works? Because I was systematically working from the left to the right, and I only got the mashed potatoes. I didn't actually get to the roast. Damn.
you see, my friend.
Blast his hide to Hades.
It's this new thing called a buffet. I don't know.
Well, compliments to your serving staff.
Quite.
It is excellent.
There isn't a serving staff. Are you
The pot
mad?
is butled.
There was one chef in this building when we came in. What people are you seeing?
Try to focus.
Carry on.
You can't.
No, I can't. You have to
He can't
you have to
carry
be
on.
given the story.
He doesn't just read the story. We have to make it up.
Yeah.
But we should go in the right direction.
We're not at the present.
The last one I watched, you said a shitload.
Yeah, but effectively that this is your story.
Perhaps the woman would care to leave us as we have a game of cards.
Why can't we join in?
I believe two people in this room have just seen something rather horrific, and we should probably pursue it rather than fanning around with cards.
Do you think we should call the police?
It's like the future speaking to each
It's a bit rude to call the police. We could just pop round and see if he's alright.
And
Oh, I'm not going
and
after him.
disturb the gentleman at this hour?
Well,
It's
maybe if
7
he's seen an
o'clock.
arm, it was someone that was hurt. It might not have been a child's arm like he's portraying. It
Ah
could
yes,
be
you're an
someone that could
artist.
be hurt.
You want the sculpting? Could it not have been a...
A clay arm?
A mannequin?
A statue.
Maybe it was the Venus de Milo and that's how it's got no arms.
Check it out.
This sounds like an
This
adventure.
man could be insane.
This Mr.
Corbett.
Oh,
Corbett.
I could have been Colonel Mustard.
Are you familiar with him
It is your
personally?
turn.
He just
You
said
roll
no.
the die.
Could you invite him to our gathering here?
Swat round.
And perhaps we could entertain him whilst the good doctor...
Searches his house.
Well, just to confirm his
I wouldn't
suspicions.
search
Some
any
people,
house.
some people call that breaking and entering.
Not yet.
It's not breaking and entering if the front door's unlocked.
Oh, that's just entering.
Who only ask you to blow the bloody door?
It's also
Yeah,
not
please,
rape
I'm
if you say
so
surprise.
You got it.
And we've alienated.
Wait, what did you do?
Right.
Rape
so
joke.
what are we doing?
Ah,
Are we
rape
inviting him
joke.
over or are we just going to sneak in and see what he's up to?
I think we should go to the door, invite him round, and have him sneak in.
With the back.
Not
Doctor to
exactly
sneak
a
into someone's
spy.
house.
Well, I believe I should
You
go
man.
over as he is my neighbour, and
Good idea. You know what? I will join you, Donald.
Why don't we all go?
Indeed,
John.
John.
Okay.
Okay, so
Is any who here is local to the town? Like who stays inside Arkham City?
Arkham.
This is
Massachusetts.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm just quirky.
Yeah, I'm East Coast.
Is everyone kind of local to the same town?
no.
Probably
No,
not.
I'm from Chicago, but I've been living in Massachusetts for about 5 years.
Okay, well I'll say if you've been living here for more than 3 years, you can do a no roll yourself about who Mr. Corbett is because he's quite well known around town.
A no roll.
A no roll, it's on your sheet.
He's known as the mass
Oh,
murderer
yeah,
of the
hi.
town.
So if I get less than 65, I know a law or
If you get less than 65, then you
Yeah,
know
wait,
something
you
about him.
succeed, yeah.
0.
You're up. Okay, you know a lot about
Right.
Mr. Corbett. You might have slept with him once.
I don't recall sleeping with Mr. Corbett, but there was a client who was making funny dealings with him.
Actually, the reason you know about him is you've never met him yourself, but you've heard people talk about him. So, Mr. Corbett, you know this, and everyone roll a no roll, and if they get underneath, they'll know the same thing. Everyone roll a no roll. Basically, what you know about Mr. Corbett is he is quite a well-respected gentleman around town. He used to study medicine, but he dropped out after his father died because he had to take over quite a well-known business, which is Corbitt's imports and exports, which basically does what exactly what it says on the table. Imports and exports stuff. He's quite a light gentleman, apparently quite kind and well-meaning, if known for being a bit absent-minded and flaky, so to say. But beyond that, you don't know much more about him. That's just what you know. But so, who's going across to knock on his door? Yourself and yourself.
Well, here's my neighbour. I shall.
Good. Anyone else going, or the rest of you staying and eating as much as you can before they get back?
Quite fine.
Maybe stealing some silverware.
Doggy bags.
Yeah, we're
We could find some wine.
Okay, so you two are going across.
Looking for the
George!
Another adventure.
George! Damn it, George!
What is it, John?
That's shell shock getting to you. I think you should come along with Donald and I.
He says, oh,
Why not? It's a bit of an adventure. And because
I'll
I'm the only one with a
entertain
weapon.
Sly devil. Artisty types.
He is an artist.
Okay, so those of you go across, you walk across the street.
Excuse me, before I go, I shall just nip to the bathroom.
Okay, he nips to the bathroom. In real life. Okay. Well, I'll just say what happens while they're gone. What are you guys doing while he's gone? While they're gone across the street?
Nomming and chatting.
Stealing his silverware.
Are you actually stealing his
No,
stuff?
we're always
cigar.
teasing.
I'm gonna have
We're
a
looking
quick
for
look.
a laugh or for trying to find if there's a hidden safe to see if it's true that all rich people have a hidden
You
safe
want
by
some
their pay for
wine?
themselves.
I'm gonna see about the
Okay, you
cellar.
can only search the room
Oh,
you're
well,
in, and
really?
unless you leave it.
That's what.
I robbed one.
Like this is a room full of paintings and that. And
Yeah.
It's English.
Okay, roll your spot hidden.
okay.
English wine.
8.
Fail. 8. Unless you have 80 spot
Don't
hidden.
tempt a Frenchman with that.
You don't find any hidden safes in this room.
Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I want to look for this wine cellar.
Oh, okay.
Check in the cellar.
As you kind of you leave, actually roll a luck roll.
Well, this could be interesting.
He finds the mother lode.
Roll them one at a time, otherwise you don't know which is which.
Oh yeah.
Go to roll both again anyway. 100.
100.
Fail.
As you get up to go find this wine cellar, you kind of look
Drown
around.
the wine.
You walk through the first door you can find, and you close it behind you, and you're like, it's rather dark in this room. After feeling around for a bit, you realise you're probably in a pantry, and you turn to open the door, and you find it locked.
Guess who's gonna die first?
You have locked yourself in the pantry.
Well done.